Did I? I did. Did Bubba make it? Or did Bubba get eliminated? Now that he's not dragging me down, we could go crazy. Goat yay if he was Bill Clinton. But she didn't have to suck me off. Okay. Justin, is that you? That's a pretty good one. Spit it on the blue dress and forget my number. I don't know. I'm not familiar with all the semantics of the Monica Lewinsky stuff. I was like 9 when it happened or something.
Look, this player starts off the final round a couple behind the lead. And let's face it, they need to have some inspiring golf out there today.
Couple strokes back. I think I'm like 9 strokes back. This would be crazy though. Imagine.
Very exciting final round.
It's all set up to be a beauty. Let's see how it unfolds.
Imagine all the chipping for today. Oh woohoo! Weird Al should make hornier songs. It would be sick if Weird Al came out with like a horny album, like Janelle Monáe.
Unless you birdied the first, Luke, good start.
Horny Al. I think this is an old bit, right?
Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway.
Thanks for that.
That did not end up.
Sips dumps horny. He does horny gump. That's not a Sips bit exclusively, okay? We all came up with that at runtime the same time. Also, this is a true story. This is how you know Sips is a nice guy. When he did the horny gump bit, I took on the role of the straight man. And I said, you guys shouldn't say stuff like that. He's like an American hero. He DM'd me, this is like 2 years ago. He DM'd me on Discord after that and said, hey, sorry about all the horny gump stuff. Maybe I took it a little too far. And I said, no, brother, I was just, trust me, if anything, you should have taken it even further. Ooh.
This really looks good.
They will never call a putt a putt, will they, folks?
Yeah, you'll take that.
It's very sweet, yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to steal his bit.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke never.
Horny Gump be like, I was coming.
This one should find the rough.
God, I hate Forrest Gump. Not the person, because he's not real, so what's the point? But the movie, I fucking hate Forrest Gump, dude. Not bunker to bunker. Ooh, not bad.
Well, the putt is going to be coming out of the bag, but it's still going to be a long way from the hole.
Focus.
This one's for birdie.
That looked like a beautiful putt. Oh, it went straight over the hole.
He's got this for his part.
Thoughts on Tom Hanks in general?
This is tracking.
What a shot, though. Well, I didn't want to say it because I got nothing wrong with Tom Hanks as like as a human being or as an actor. I think he's a great actor. But I do feel like Tom Hanks, at least over the course of my lifespan, is like one of the most well-respected actors with one of the most mid-filmographies. Sure, okay, Philadelphia, great movie. Forrest Gump, not my tempo, but like I get it. Saving Private Ryan, amazing film, all-time film. But like apart from that, he's also like, you'd be surprised if you check Tom Hanks's filmography, you'd be like, this guy is in like 9 movies a year and one of them is worth watching. I'm just saying it. You could disagree if you want.
Going with the 7.
Road to Perdition? Sure, it's a great movie. It came out in 2003. Oh!
Oh, that's a great approach shot.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Oh, nice looking putt.
I'm dialed.
Oh, what a super shot.
What was his Dungeons and Dragons Panic film called? That one's called Mazes and Monsters. But that, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna make him feel bad about that one. I think he was like 22 when it was made, and I don't think he wrote the script. But it is a movie where a group of teens get really into the Dungeons and Dragons, but it's called Mazes and Monsters, and then it causes Tom Hanks to experience psychosis, and then he kills somebody.
What kind of rhythm is that? It must be tough falling out of.
What am I doing here, JJ? Why can't I remember? I think I killed. I have a knife. I think I killed somebody. I know I killed somebody. Stop with the Monica Lewinsky parodies, man. I'm never going to be able to get it out of my head.
Opting for the 5-iron.
They've decided to.
You need to put some respect on Big and Splash. This shit was like 50 years ago, man.
You love watching people play the game when it's
Also, just in general, listen, I'm not going for either of those movies. I'm not coming for their throat or anything like that. But I don't... Okay, I'm sorry to Tom Hanks. Castaway. He carries the movie. It's just him in a volleyball the whole time. Helen Hunt's in the movie for like 16 seconds, okay? And she tells him, sorry you spent all that time in the island, but I'm married now. Rips his damn heart out. Okay? Saving Private Ryan, ensemble cast, but he still does an amazing job portraying, you know, a man who's forced to do his duty even though there's no humanity left in it anymore, okay? It's a metaphor for America in the 1940s. Hey, thank you for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Maybe this is needlessly reductive of me. Maybe this is a boomer take. I respect an actor in those films. You gotta put together like a pretty amazing performance to get me to give you your flowers in a movie where you're like a little kid who gets put in a man's body and plays a piano with his feet. Or like a movie where you fuck a mermaid or something like that. Like Philadelphia, sure. It's a towering performance in an important movie. But like Splash, the movie where he falls in love with a mermaid? Come on, let's get serious here. This is an unserious conversation. Dude, okay, yes, I know that T-Pain in the Lonely Island song says he fricked a mermaid. I was laughing, I was in T-Pain's chat, just, you know, hanging out, trying to give him some advice on how to break into the music industry. And I loved this so much, I posted it in the content creator Discord. This is what his Nightbot said. This is literally like 2 days ago. Hey, you ever come into the stream and just don't really like what's going on at the current moment? Well, you're in luck. Twitch just added a super useful feature called Just Fucking Leave that allows you to go about your day instead of complaining about what you don't like. It's amazing. Try it out someday. I was like, it's so good, man.
Great touch.
Got me so good.
Really nicely played.
It's even better if you imagine T-Pain saying it, and it's 2 times better than that if you imagine him being auto-tuned when he says it.
It's on a good line. And with that, that's their 4th birdie.
We're having a great second round here. Do you like the Cardigans? What do the Cardigans sing? I always get them confused with the Coors and the Cranberries. They sing Love Me, Love Me. Oh, they sing Love Fool. That's right. And I beg for you to love me. I mean, I like that song. I'd say that's a reasonably good song to hear when you're shopping for vegetables in the produce aisle of the grocery store. Excuse me, there's Cranberries slander happening right now. Cranberries only have one song, and it's Zombie. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Oh, did you have to let it linger? Come on, that's a great song, dude. And then also, like, Dreams is pretty good. It's not my favorite, but my favorite is Linger. I like songs that are vibes. And Linger is a vibe. Like, it's probably 2 minutes longer than it needs to be. And that's great, because as far as I'm concerned, it's shoegaze.
Respect for an
The longer it
approach
goes
shot like
on, the
that.
better.
He really flushed that one.
Don't mind the
I'm
look of this.
insane today.
Yeah, nice mid-range birdie putt, that one. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par.
Dude really just said the cranberries are shoegaze. If you don't think about it that hard, they are. You're going to diss Tom Hanks, but you like the cranberries? I like Linger. And there's a difference. Okay, that was just ridiculous. But Tom Hanks is regarded as one of the best actors of all time, okay? Nobody talks about the cranberries at all. So, like, I'm thinking the cranberries are a little underrated. And me personally, I think Tom Hanks is maybe a little bit overrated. A little bit overrated. How do directions work?
This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
My frames? Okay, I don't want to redo. We got it.
Well hold. Currently 4 under for the event.
The Cranberries is your 40-year-old cool aunt's favorite band? Bro, I'm 34. I don't have a 40-year-old aunt anymore. I think my youngest aunt is probably like fucking 61 or something. I can't relate to the idea of having a 40-year-old aunt anymore. I got 40-year-old friends.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here
I'm a
from about
37-year-old uncle.
195 yards.
Malfa will verify this, by the way. I swear to you that this is true. Malf and I had a friend in high school.
Going with the 5-iron
He, well, we had two friends in high school, if you include each other.
A little off the target with that one.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, but not so on this occasion.
Everyone just relax. I got to focus. But anyway, there were two kids. They were related. They were the same age. One of them was the other one's uncle. And I still, even to this day, it takes me like some conscious thought in order to figure it out. I'm like, so they're, even though they were the same age, it was like and what's crazy is the nephew was born first, I think. So like, I think the nephew was like 3 months old. They must have brought another baby to see the nephew and been like, guess what, dude, this will really blow your mind. This baby here that's younger than you, that's your damn uncle. Baby was like, huh? What's, you know the meme? I still have to think about it. How did it happen?
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole.
The nephew was born. The nephew's father's brother then had a kid. No, that doesn't make, I need paint or something. That's not right? What do you mean that's not right?
If it's up, it could be in.
I'm crazy today.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum.
Their grandpa had a kid. The nephew's grandfather had a kid. The nephew's grandfather had a kid.
To go, Luke.
The kid's
getting interesting.
There is a man and a woman. We'll call them man A, woman A. They have a child. Man A's father has a child that becomes a sibling to man A. Oh. I see. It would be so funny to like, and by funny, I mean, I'm sure you probably got to like work through it in some way, but like to be old enough to have your own newborn child, and then also your mom and dad are like, check it out. This newborn baby is your brother. And you're like, what? That would be so troll. So true.
Just one shot back now.
The mother was the doctor. I always get that one wrong for some reason. I've forgotten how to use my stick.
Here's a putt to move into a share of top spot on the leaderboard.
Really?
That's pretty tidy.
I fought my way back to first place? No, that's rubber band AI. That's rubber band AI, man. There's no way Colin Morikawa's shooting a back nine +4 with 0 mile an hour wind and clear skies. You see the tweet that had like all those shots from Christopher Nolan movies where the character has their back to the camera and then there's like a scene in front of them, and then someone said, "Are there any back shots in Oppenheimer?" I can't believe I'm relying on Twitch chat to teach me something here, but like, I thought that back shots is when you ejaculate or someone ejaculates on the person's back. The context on Twitter appears to just be when you're hitting it from the back instead. That's antiquated verbiage, NL. Okay. We've been over it. That's called supermanning. No, supermanning is when you ejaculate, or someone ejaculates on the back and then slaps the bed sheet to it, so that when the person like gets up, they have a cape on. Like it looks like they have a cape like Superman. I'm in first place. How did this happen? I just opened the stream. What do you want me to be like? Oh, what'd you have for lunch today? By the way, can somebody tell me what back shots are? Like I did. There's no good way to segue into this. Like, just being honest. Okay, right there. This is my hole-in-one. Eat shit, Colin Morikawa. Oh, this is a great shot, though.
Oh, stop it. What a shot. And he's down there. You got to read?
The perfect leave. Uphill can be firm.
Oh, come on.
This is a par putt.
It's better than Chiblee Olivia Munn. No, I know, my brain was broken yesterday. It's actually pretty good today. You know why? I had a huge sandwich for breakfast. I was like, I could have cereal, but I had bread, I had deli meat, I had shredded cheese. Obviously, I prefer sliced, but I'm not going to buy an extra skew of cheese just to put it on sandwiches. I'll just use the shredded that we've already got. Now, it's not like the most amazing sandwich of all time. There was no sauce on it. There was no vegetables or anything like that. But just eating probably like a 600-calorie sandwich for breakfast, I think set me up nicely for the stream today.
Going with the 8-iron here.
I think I would benefit. Need is a strong word. I think I would benefit from eating more carbohydrates, which is crazy because I already eat almost exclusively carbohydrates. But I think I could still eat some more.
What a putt started.
Shut up, lady!
The par putt awaits.
Starts off on a good line.
Still in the lead now after that hole.
I'm worried though, because here's the thing. My weight is very stable right now. I weigh myself 1 to 2 times a week, usually at the same time every week. Usually I'm plus or minus like 0.5 kilograms. Why? I like to keep an eye on my watts per kilogram ratio on the bicycle. I would like my watts per kilogram to always be going up or staying stable at least. But I think that I am becoming... You know how like you see a professional athlete and you're like, whoa, they're jacked? And then they retire and you see them at the draft next year and they've put on like 120 pounds. That's just what I'm trying to avoid. Because I'll probably, at some point, just realistically, probably get injured at some point. Maybe I'll fall out of the routine. It's more realistic, I think, to just acknowledge that at some point it could happen, even though I'm very much in the habit right now. So I think that I could handle being a 2-sandwich guy. But I don't want to normalize my life to 2 sandwiches instead of 1 sandwich. And then if I fall out of the habit, I'm like, but I still want to eat 2 sandwiches. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm holding myself to 1 sandwich. And it's good, but I think I could handle another sandwich, but I don't want that second sandwich to become like if I don't have that second sandwich, now I feel like 1 sandwich is actually half a sandwich, you know?
Putting for birdie.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
That's a first for me. Oh!
That line was looking good, wasn't it? It's just about 3 feet away.
Still pretty good.
After that hole,
Still up by
this
1
player
stroke.
is currently in first place with Colin Morikawa in second.
Maybe just count calories? No, because I think it's the same thing. Like, I know how this sounds. I don't count calories right now, but you can just run the math, right? Like, I probably burn 900 to 1,000 calories a day on the bike.
Currently in the lead by a shot.
It's 90 minutes of pretty... I mean, I'm booking it. It's not relaxing. I find something deep within myself most of the time, okay? And then, so just whatever baseline we have, add 900 to it, and then on a weekly basis, I'm not losing weight. So I'm already eating like roughly 900 calories. I'm replacing those 900 calories with food. So I'm just worried that at some point, if I add a second sandwich, I could count calories, but I might not be able to count that high.
Seems to have chosen the 3-wood.
Needs a little members bounce to the right.
Well, it looks like they tried to be bold there, Rich. But
just imagine the hours you could save by eating less and not spending the energy. What are you, like my brain? This is probably what my brain is thinking. It's like my brain would never forgive me if it found out that like I was burning those calories every day willfully on the bicycle just to make my like heart work harder. It'd be like, really? I thought we were like running down a gazelle every morning. You're literally just pogging up to Gangnam Style. You're riding 68 cadence, 72 resistance out of the saddle for a 90-second interval to Psy going op on Gangnam Style. The bike doesn't even go anywhere.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Just 3 feet to the cup.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
This actually got me cracking up. You know what they say? As goes Poop Feast 420, so goes America. He's just the kind of streamer you'd want to have a beer with. Oh!
Fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
He's talking. It's so funny.
And another one goes.
Me when I'm a golf commentator. That ball might go in the hole.
8 under par. Awesome play. Teeing off here on the 17th hole.
Good birdie on the last.
No!
Now.
Put me on the concrete. Put me on the concrete. Yeah, I can hit off the... Oh.
That's not the one he wanted.
True. That is true. That is not the one I wanted. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Your jokes per minute rate is impressive.
Getting rid of
Thank
the play
you.
there.
I have,
Currently leading by 3.
I think like deep-seated feelings of inadequacy. So I feel like if I'm not actively trying to provide entertainment, like at least once per minute, then like the darkness creeps in. How about this right here? Looks perfect to me. I love the darkness. Now that's a band that only has one song, okay? If you're talking shit about the Cranberries and you're a darkness stan, listen.
Miles from the hole.
I Believe in a Thing Called Love, great song. I know they did One Way Ticket to Hell and Back, but that wasn't even close to being on the same level, man. Just put some respect on the Cranberries and some respect on the darkness.
Oh, you know you want to.
Oh!
That's a fantastic attempt, especially from
Still
that
pretty
distance,
good.
but it didn't quite drop.
One stroke up. Just
What a
hold
lovely
it.
position to be
Hold
in,
it.
holding the lead, playing the last. Good luck.
Right over top here. Trees are 90% air.
The harmony on that swing was awesome.
Well, we hit the 10% on that one, unfortunately.
Far from ideal. All this rough looks to be lush and thick, doesn't it?
Brother, we're on air right now.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Lush.
And
Now
that
that's a
shot
band.
back in the fairway. And here
Do you
we are
listen to
with the third
Drake?
shot. He leads
I don't
the
willfully
field.
listen to Drake, but sometimes Drake will come on during my Peloton rides, and I have to say, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I'm not familiar with all of the reasons he's problematic. On a pure music level, just hearing the songs, I'm like, this song's pretty good. Passion Fruits. What's the one that says he may not be a referee, but he can make your meow whistle?
That was special. And this putt for a final
Is that
score
Best
of
I Ever
64.
Had? That might be my favorite Drake song. Or God's Plan, of course.
Good. Gets that one to go down, and that'll end the day's work.
-7 today. Holy cow. Are you seeing this? Tie broken. Cameron Tringale wins? Who the hell's Cameron Tringale? I thought I won! Cameron Triangle?
I thought this player was being a little cocky when they took on this rival, but not only did they take
What happened, man?
them down, this was an old-fashioned smackdown.
I guess because I was so bad, I golfed earlier in the day. So then the good golfers got to go after me, and they just caught up to me and beat me.
Lick my wounds.
Well, that's all we've got time for.
Playoffs?
On behalf of myself,
Dude,
Rich Bean,
one of the
Kenny
worst
Joy,
kill
and
screens in a
Jordan
video
Cameron.
game ever.
All the hard-working folks
This is the
behind
putt to win the
action.
tournament. Makes the putt, you won the
Thanks for tuning in.
tournament. A text box pops up. Playoffs ended. Cameron Triangle has won the tournament. What the hell? Still did great considering we were in like 35th place when we started. 14 birdies, brother. Ooh. Good golfing. How did we do in the FedEx Cup? We rose 6 positions. Cameron Tringale doesn't even have a profile photo, man. My name might be Pro Golfer, but he doesn't even have a picture. He's like me on Peloton. Bridgestone wants to give you clubs. I decline that. Ben Hogan wants to give you clubs. I decline that. Titleist wants to give you balls. Sure, I'd accept that. Sorry, Wilson. Wilson, I don't need your volleyballs. Give me some golf balls, man. Okay, you know what? Slash marker. Call that PGA 1, which is actually probably like PGA 2. Harold Varner III, you're in for a world of hurt, brother. You are toast. I've already assembled 2/3 of the Lord vessel. Do you like the Killers? I don't mind them. I haven't actively listened to much Killers, but ambiently I have somewhat enjoyed. I wouldn't turn off the radio if they were on.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And
Ooh.
it's the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi, Luke.
It's the
I'm
greatest
very
drive
much
I've ever
looking
had.
forward to bringing you the action from the golf course for this week's featured group. Now there is a sense of maybe fear, heightened competition this week, as this player has said that they're starting up a rivalry with their playing partner.
And this week, Henny, they're looking to beat Harold Varner III. It should be an exciting and entertaining duel.
Absolutely, Luke. Harold Varner III is one of the most charismatic, talkative, and highly skilled players out there on
He's
tour.
got it all.
He'll either cut you down with his game or his slick talking. You better be on your guard.
Yes, he's got a sharp tongue and a clever game. Let's see.
And a long history of breaking little hearts like the one in me.
Starting to
It's a good putt. It's just, that's tough.
An opportunity to make a putt.
Nice back shot. Stop talking, because here's the thing. You guys don't get to talk about back shots if I don't get to talk about back shots. No one ever told me what they were. Is it when you hit it from the back to the melody of Roll It Slow, but then you got to get up in it fast, but I'm a finish last? No matter how much of a thug you see, I still spit it like it's R&B. Come to the club with me. And when some Luther come on, I hope you're feeling me and still gonna be in love with me.
However, there's a huge waist area to the right, so accuracy.
It did feel fast, I'll be honest. Well, it was Twister, of course it was fast.
And give yourself a full shot in, and also take one club less into this green as it will release down the slope. Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
setting up here from about 175 yards.
Can you just let me think for a second? oh, sorry. I guess I offended her. What's the one where you're hitting it from the back and then you replace yourself with a buddy and then you go wave at her from the window so she gets freaked out? Well, that's that's definitely a crime. I believe that if you're 80, that's called the Houdini. If you're like my age, it's called the David Blaine. That was in a skit on the Big Boy album, Sir Luscious Left Foot.
Opting for the 6-iron.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right
Look, I don't think anyone here was in danger of doing that, but definitely don't do that.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Has to put this one downhill.
Or like ask first, but that's going to be an uncomfortable conversation. What's your kink? I've always been into the idea of Houdiniing. Really, what's that? Cut to 3 minutes later, you got a box of your stuff, you're standing on the front step. I knew that was, I put too much sauce on that.
And that should secure the par on this one.
That's all right. Me and Harold Varner just chilling. Isn't Harold Varner the guy who played Ernest?
Hole at TPC Summerlin is a very strong par 4, measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a
That's
very
Jim
strong
Varney.
driver
Jim
to go
must
up
be
this
his
green.
dad.
There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over
Watch
and get
this.
up and down for your par that way. Going with the 7. Looks like this one's going to the
Never
beach.
mind. It was uphill. It was more uphill than I thought.
Unable to find the green on this one.
Missing it short there. They will definitely.
Here we go. Here we go. Harold Varner III from 1,700 miles away. He has missed the hole.
How close was
Exciting.
that to going down? And back to the course with the live action.
Now, you want to see how it's done, Harold? Check this out. As long as we're making enemies,
How close was that to going?
you know who might be my least favorite band of all time? And I will turn off the radio if they come on? The Goo Goo Dolls.
Surely it's going to.
What a putt.
And in it goes for the par. He's in a share of 15th.
I hate the Goo Goo Dolls. That's fine. I hate them all. I hate slide. I hate iris.
The fairway bunkers down the left and right are to be avoided. Really, not much.
I don't ever want to hear them ever again. More like the poo-poo dolls.
From around 140 yards here, just 3 strokes back.
They have 3 songs, right? They have Slide. I wanna wake up where you are. They have I just want you to know who I am. And then what's the other one? Name? What's name? I don't want the world to see me because I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. Isn't that one name? That's Iris? Wow, that's abysmal. At least I'm on the fairway.
And here we are with the 3rd shot.
I won't tell him your name. It's not. You could hide beside me maybe for a while, and I won't tell no one your name. Well, that's what you want in like a flunky, you know? Like if you're like a mafia boss or something, that's what you want. Is it a song about having like an underling in La Cosa Nostra?
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par.
Imagine.
This is on a great.
Ooh, a little bit of a rush.
I just don't like the Goo Goo Dolls, okay? Doesn't have to be that serious. I got nothing against them on a personal level.
That's a good putt to hole for a bogey. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage.
I just don't like the... Well, you know what? Actually, there is a band I might dislike more than the Goo Goo Dolls. I really hate... Three Doors Down. Like, a lot. Like, I think Kryptonite is a bad song, and it's their best song by far. Oh.
Yep, that shot safely on the green.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
What about Rush and the Tragically Hip? I like them both. I am from Canada. Yes, I Canada. Oh!
Putt coming up here.
Please.
Our leader is currently enjoying
I could have used that one.
Advantage. The 6th at TPC
Jim and Pamada. I don't know why that sounds like
30 yards. There's a big waste area.
This sounds like Adam Sandler's Hanukkah song, but about Canada. Jim and Pamada aren't from Canada, but Alanis Morissette's harmonica was played in Canada. We could do something there.
Oh, I could watch that swing all day. That's beautiful.
Sounds more like Serge Tankian.
Playing this one from around
I think that's complimentary. Thank you.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
When do you think that was the last time Adam Sandler sang that? Dude, as long as we're talking about things that haven't aged well, I remember seeing Adam Sandler do a redux of the Hanukkah song on SNL in like the early 2000s. And he said, Jennifer Connelly's only half Jewish, but I'd like to put some more in her. And the whole audience like applauded. That was adults in the audience. I was 13. Like, I'm not going to say I didn't laugh, but I mostly laughed just because I got the joke and she's a hottie. There were adults in the audience that were like, this is the funniest thing I've ever... I'd like to think that Adam Sandler would take that one back if he could. It's a different...
Was on a good line.
It's a different era.
Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Now that's
that
got
one
to be
hurt.
Frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. The seventh at TPC Summer is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards.
She's a baddie, though. Yeah, as is her right.
Trees on the left-hand side, because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees.
I wouldn't say they're guarding. Hey, did you see that Bleacher Report released its list of the top 10 best defensive players in the NBA of all time? And there's not a single guard in there? Here's a question. First off, what about Prime Kobe? Secondly, why is the position called guard if it's not defensive? That doesn't make any sense to me.
When he gets that first W. Oh, it's going to be blissfully fun. He's such an engaging personality that
I'll be honest with you. I don't really know anything about basketball positions. Like, the only position I really understand is center. So you're tall and you tend to play close to the hoop so you can get rebounds and also, you know, just pot in a cheap one.
That alone will carry him to a win on the PGA Tour.
And then there's point guard, shooting guard, small forward,
as early as this year.
and someone else. Like, even when I was a kid, I had no idea what the hell a small forward and a shooting guard, what the difference was. I'm pretty sure a small forward in NBA Jam is better at stealing the ball.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival.
They should make one of the positions play with their shoes untied. I'm going to say it should be the center.
Right down the pipe. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is up by 3 shots.
All right, we're back at even.
The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big
Small forward is taller
39 from the tips.
than shooting guard? So you telling me that I was going to say the class. You're telling me that the only class with small in its name is, traditionally speaking, the second smallest position. The third smallest position. What?
Looks like they've got the 5-wood.
That was okay, all things considered. It was point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. That's crazy. I played, like, recreational basketball. I didn't play, like, listen, I wasn't very tall, and I wasn't good enough to not be that tall. So I didn't play, like, scholastic basketball. But none of our coaches ever told us about positions. All we knew is the tallest kid is the kid who does the tip. And then, basically, apart from that, if you receive the ball, please pass it to the kid who wears a Chicago Bulls jersey to class every single day. That's it. And that's all I know about basketball to this day. But it's hard for me because everybody on the court is wearing jerseys. Sometimes they're all wearing Chicago Bulls jerseys too. If the Bulls are playing.
Is a par 5 measuring over 563 yards. Really? The main aim here.
But you could beat any fifth grader? One-on-one, absolutely, yeah. One-on-one, I could beat any American fifth grader. I won't speak for, like, Lithuania or Greece or whatever.
Will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt. Getting ready to play their third.
This guy's swing is awful? What the hell, man? I'm just enjoying some golf. Just because I'm on the PGA Tour doesn't mean I'm trying to go pro or whatever. It's so rude. Ooh, how about now, sucker?
And tidy looking shot, that one.
I took that personally.
What an amazing approach shot. I think their rival, Harold Varner III, has...
I think their rival, Harold Varner III.
And now heading over to Harold Varner.
All right, congrats. Rubber band AI. You didn't really make that shot.
Of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
You didn't make that. The AI made that shot. ChatGPT made that shot for you.
Oh, that's a nice line. Okay, steady now. And that should secure the par on this one. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you think is a makeable birdie putt?
There you go. We made it through the front 9 day one. Just keep it going. Work on that short game. We drive for dough, we putt for show. That's what Granddad always said.
That's not the shot he's hoping for. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up from about 130 yards out.
This is good.
Going with the 7.
Oh,
Wow,
this is
did
good.
This come out
He was a
beautifully.
wise man. The crazy thing is he never golfed. Not to my knowledge, at
Good
least.
shot that, right inside the range. A spot amongst the leaders here awaits if they can make this. Move inside the top 20.
Oh, I should have had my natural fade.
And this
Your
putt
dick
coming
is a
up
quarter
for
of
his
your
par.
granddad's dick.
Now 7 shots behind.
Well,
after that. Placement
in
on the
some
tee is
ways,
required at the TPC Summit
25% of the
hole.
genes in my penis
Par
came from my
four,
grandfather
measuring
specifically.
448
I think is
yards.
what you're getting
The
at.
big bunker down the
But
right
like,
side is to be avoided at
that doesn't
all
mean my
costs.
dick is
And there's also
25% of
a
his
tree there,
dick.
which might affect any
Otherwise,
other
you'd end
side
up with like a
approach to the screen.
patchwork dick. It would look like a Klimt painting or
Lovely
something.
effort that.
It depends. Like the genes are there in quarters from each of my grandparents. But like at the same time, like due to the way the gene expression works, I might be expressing 0% of my grandpa's dick, or I might have exactly the same dick. It just depends how the mitosis shook out, you know? I don't know. They don't have an ancestry.com for that yet. How much of it is your grandma's? 25% paternal grandmother, 25% maternal grandmother.
Choosing the 9-iron here.
What if your parents are siblings? I have to think that one through.
After there.
A bit short with that effort.
I don't know. I'd have to get out the Punnett square on that one. Oh, please!
7 feet to the cup. Nice line.
We're so
That's
back.
a good putt for par. You'll take it.
We've had bogeys before. We've had a bogey and a birdie. I literally don't care about Harold Varner III. It's me against me. I'm playing my own game.
His rival and playing partner today.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Currently at +1 for the tournament.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard.
You ever
Never
think
a
I'm
bad
too
thing.
old for this shit? Like anytime I play a AAA video game, yes. But apart from that, did you know that when Danny Glover said the line, "I'm too old for this shit" in Lethal Weapon 1, and he was contemplating retirement, the motherfucker was like 43 years old? It's crazy, man. That's Germa's age? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but he was an officer of the law. No, I know, but like, I mean, I'm just saying, he was like talking about retirement and like going on like a sailing trip and shit like that. Like he was ready to retire. He couldn't even be at like 100% of his pension by then.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance.
Abusing your power is timeless. Excuse me, Riggs and Murtaugh were good police officers. They saved that lady. They have some hijinks with Joe Pesci. If they were bad guys, they wouldn't have made 4 movies about them, okay?
Attempt.
Olivia Munn, Mel Gibson, Olivia Munn, Chibley,
By 7 after that hole. The 13th
Danny Glover,
Sutherland is a monster par 5.
Chibley, Olivia Munn, Joe Pesci, everybody, Joe Pesci.
With a tail breeze, can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make sure you're giving yourself the right number, because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to 3-putt it. Be careful on approach. Sometimes you hit some good ones.
Musical guest, Goo Goo Dolls. We love John Rzeznik, don't we, folks? The Goo Goo Dolls.
Not what they wanted. There might be a couple of hits.
Okay, I've lost it.
Oh, that was a good strike. That was pretty well played out of the fairway bunker.
How does this bit keep making it through the door? People keep laughing. And then when they say stop it, it's not funny. That's how you know it's fucking hilarious, dude. That's how you know you got a good one. We kept ringing the bell. That's what exactly. They kept ringing the bell. You kept making the stops. People kept ringing the bell, Jerry. Not a good shot.
Quite have the right stuff there.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
I love this man.
Didn't that look good for a long time?
The hell's a shorty Baker?
He needs this
A 2-bite brownie?
Yeah, this is looking nice.
Okay, we're back.
Well, what about that, Rich? A great display of resilience.
What's your favorite sitcom? I'd have to say I like cerebral comedy. It's a show called The Big Bang Theory. It's about physicists and the hijinks that they get into. Sheldon is asked if he wants to date someone who is an associate professor of physics at his university. And then Penny says, Sheldon, she's a scientist like you. And he said, please, the only way that woman could have a contribution to the scientific community is if they start sending chimps back into space. Oh, man. You got her good. I haven't actually seen like a whole episode of the show, but the YouTube algorithm recommended me a video 10 times Sheldon Cooper owns women with thoughts and words. And he, honestly, I think he's finally saying what everyone's thinking.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? This putt is of 9 feet.
I've heard it's a pretty good show. With facts and logic, that's right, not thoughts and words. That much is implicit. Oh my god, dude!
And this one is for his par. In she goes. Let's head to the next.
I watched a lot of Big Bang Theory when I was in college, and now I'm ashamed.
In fact, a lot will try and drive.
Honestly,
if you want to lay it back, you've got around about
I don't think you can be judged for bad taste until you're 21.
Must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here.
Once you're 21, you could start to be judged for bad taste, I think. But pre-21, 25, 23, whatever, yeah, go for it.
Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
Look, I gotta say,
21-year-olds have horrible taste? No, they're all on Letterboxd now. They're all like, oh, my favorite movie? I've never seen it, but I'm going to have to say Tokyo Story from 1953. Second favorite movie? I'd probably say Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I'm crazy!
Pressure on their rival now. Currently 1 under for the round.
Gotta like it, moving up.
That was huge.
Never a bad thing.
The 16th at TPC Summerlin is another one of those great scoring holes en route to the finish. A par 5 playing 560 yards. The well-struck drive up the right.
I have a friend who loves Tokyo Story.
If you are going for the green,
I have a...
make sure you got enough club, because that huge penalty area in front.
What if we bounced it off this thing?
Be careful going through the green here as well.
Wait for it.
Down from over the back.
I have a question about Tokyo Story. I love movies that are just vibes. Oh, bullshit!
Playing their 4th shot. 4 shots behind our lead.
Is Tokyo Story just it's a movie that's just vibes?
Yeah, this is lovely.
Kinda. I should probably see it then.
Outstanding shot. High quality.
Don't watch it, you'll probably be bored. Excuse me, I'm 34 years old.
Gotta like their chances.
I haven't been bored for 7 years.
Par putt here. Let's see if he can make it.
Looks good.
Son of a bitch.
Just missed. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
This is what they have left for bogey.
And that'll drop him down to even
Whatever, we're
par
still beating
now.
Harold Varner.
The 17th at TPC
It's just
Summerlin
vibes.
is a
I like that.
par 3 playing 196 yards.
Like, that's why Pulp Fiction is such a good movie. It's just vibes interspersed with, like,
The green shapes right to left towards
unbelievably
the hazard.
graphic
So make sure
violence.
If you're going to go for it, be very accurate. looks to be going with the 5-iron.
This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
Like Drive?
Henny with this putt?
Setting up this putt 30 feet.
You talking about Drive Angry, the movie where Clint Eastwood murders dudes while also having intercourse at the same time? Oh, imagine all the golf balls dropping in today.
An opportunity to make their par. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole.
No Drive, the Incubus song. I don't want to go off on a rant here.
44-yard par 4.
Does anybody else think that Incubus is Goo Goo Dolls for people whose taste is not the worst taste in the world, but is like the third worst in the world? No, we must be getting close to the end of the stream because I'm just making enemies now. There's no need for that.
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
I don't have anything against Incubus. Not my favorite band, but not the worst, man. How about Interpol? Now we're talking.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
What?
Putting for par. And
You would like Interpol? Oh, no, I see the emphasis. You would like Interpol. I love it when a singer sounds like me at the drive-thru. I will have a 10-piece Coke Zero to drink. Will that be all, sir? Yeah, that's it, I think. Something like that.